Hello, my Cancer sun signs, Cancer moon signs, and Cancer risings. It's your girl Lisa, the melanated medicine woman, back with another video. How have you guys been? I just did this whole video for you guys, and it got interrupted. So that wasn't the message that Spirit wanted you guys to have. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I was like almost done with it. So we're gonna start all over. Happy 2/22/2022. The portal is open, Cancers. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull on some cards and get some messages from Spirit. You know, what can we let go of? What can we focus on as we manifest the life we want to during this open portal of 2/22/2022? Okay? So let me go ahead and just say a small little prayer, as I always do before I get started. So here we go. Mother, Father, God, I ask that you please be with me as I deliver a message to the Cancer sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs during 2/22/2022. All right, please help me convey concise and clear messages. All right, let's get it. Okay, so I'm just going to start over. I could have used the old cards that but you know, I like to shuffle and I like it to pop out and all that stuff during the video. So here we go, guys. All right. So we're going to get a different message, but it's okay. Okay. So vulnerability. Cancers, sometimes you have an issue with vulnerability. Okay. We have wisdom and vulnerability. Okay. All right, so let's kind of get into it. Let's talk about my Cancer sun, moon, and rising signs and vulnerability. Now, I will say, Cancers, you guys have a harder outer shell, right? Because you guys are very protective of your inner self. You guys have developed some sophisticated defense mechanisms, so you're not hurt, right? But have the wisdom. So Spirit is saying, if you guys, what we need to do as the collective, Cancer sun, moons, and risings, is to look beyond what you guys have been believing served you. Okay. And I know that the self-preservation is what we all want to do, right? We want to preserve ourselves, but sometimes we do that out of fear and out of feelings of lack and all that stuff. It's an illusion, right? Those things that we are afraid of. And I mean, there's real fears out there, but I'm saying, you know, 9 times out of 10, these things don't come into fruition, right? The things that we're fearing. So, you know what I want to do? I think I want to read a little bit about this vulnerability, Cancers. Okay. I think I might want to do that because I kind of know what I want to say, but I'm thinking that, let's see. Vulnerability can feel risky, right? And it's so funny that it came out for you guys because, you know, you guys can get a little crabby if you feel like you're not, you know, if you're not feeling safe, you want to go back into that shell. It's so funny what I say about Cancers. Like, I don't want to offend you guys, but it's so funny though, right? You guys have so many amazing qualities. You're all about your family. You guys are people persons. You guys are sensitive and emotional and all that good stuff. You guys are good cooks. You know, you guys got these domestic qualities that, you know, you guys are all about, you know, your family, and we choose our family, right? But at the same time, you know, Cancers can be a little, you know, again, crabby. You know, Cancers tend to hold on to things. You see got the, you know, the claws holding on to, and that's for safety also, like the fear of being alone. You might hold on to some exes. It also, but that depends on your moon sign. If you are like an air moon, like if you have a Gemini moon or like a Aquarius moon, you might not, you know, be so much like that because anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, so what I was going to say was a lot of times think about your Cancerian friends, you guys. You guys know how you are, but think about your Cancerian friends. Like when it comes to like honesty, you guys might fudge the truth a little bit. If you look at the crab, you know, they don't even walk straight. They walk sideways. You guys might be like, you know, might not be the most faithful. You know, crabs are not faithful to land or sea. But anyway, and then also There's some emotions there. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So there's a lot of self-doubt there. And where there's a lot of self-doubt, there's insecurities, Cancer, am I right? And where there's insecurities, you kind of feel vulnerable. You know, you don't want people to see that. You want them instead to see that tough outer shell. But inside, you guys are just mush. You guys are beautiful, loving, sensitive individuals, you know, but you feel like not everybody deserves to see that, right? Because people have hurt you. You know, so it says vulnerability can be risky, right, Cancers? We are exposing our hearts and opening to possibilities of rejection and hurt and abandonment, or being seen in a way that's not desirable. When we can connect with others on real human, messy, flawed levels in a world that values infallibility, the connections feel more nourished and meaningful. We can only do that with a willingness to bear it all emotionally, with full authenticity, without being frozen in fear of others, what they'll think. You know? If we stuff down what wants to be expressed, we can get caught in spirals of self-isolation and shame and doubt and insecurity, or overthinking. Vulnerability is a radical act, Cancer. All right. Our weakness and faults are what makes us human. The world that has been created around us, that values an image of perfection without wavering, is in need of realness and a return to vulnerable and true expression. We are seeing this happen collectively. Women reclaiming gray hair and unmade faces, ads showing wider ranges of ages and bodies and skin. The more truths about emotion, mental health, and real life challenges being shared socially. More realness, please. All right. It's okay to be human, to have emotion, to have flaws, to have fears. And it's okay to share all of that. In fact, here is your self-permission slip. Invite yourself to be you in all the truth, wildness, uniqueness that you are. Share it with others. So the contemplation for this card, Cancer, is what layers of vulnerability would feel good to share? Because of course we gotta feel safe, right? How do I feel hearing others share relatable vulnerabilities? And how can I create safer spaces to share more vulnerably? So the wisdom is to be vulnerable and to be authentic. So the message for you guys is to just go ahead and, bear it all, or challenge yourself, Cancers, to where, like, let me share something with somebody or something like that. Because not everybody's out to get us. We live in a world where, we might have been brought up by parents or caregivers. You can't trust everybody, and we can't, but sometimes having that extra layer of caution, is due to fear. Open up a little bit. Maybe if you open up, then, your fellow man will open up, and you guys will see that, we're all interconnected. We're all interdependent. We all need each other, and we have more in common than we think, right? So right now, and then let me pull another card for you, Cancer, okay? Okay, let's see if Spirit has anything from this deck that could possibly, benefit us at this time, 2/22/2022. Oops. Okay. Okay, let's see here. There was too many cards that came out. So let's just see if, let me just pull, let me see what comes out at the top. Let me pull what comes out at the top. Oh, actually, here we go. Okay. Be your own first priority. Okay? So Cancers, be your own first priority. Some of you guys can be very giving, as you guys are about your family. Also with water signs, I'm going to keep it real. There could be a tendency toward, codependency. If that's the case, just realize that you are just as important as the person that you are giving yourself to. All right? Give to yourself first, Cancer. All right? Anyway, and so be courageous to be vulnerable. That's where the wisdom lies. All right? I'll see you next time. Bye.